All of you all for this Sunday morning Bhagavad Gita class. So we are on the Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. So the last verse we stopped at 2.29. Okay. 2.29. Okay, yeah. So what we discussed was about the various attributes of soul, and now we are going to discuss further now little bit of karma yoga. So before we start, let's start with our Mangalacharan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we are discussing about the various attributes of soul. So we have to start with verse number 30. 30, I think we have completed, Mataji. Yes, we have completed 30. We have started from 31. Okay, anyhow, read verse 30, translation. Come on, fast. Who can read? Okay, Rajesh Basaraprabhu, read.
O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being.
So, here the biggest sum total of the entire Sankhya Yoga, which God has discussed in the Bhagavad Gita, here he is saying is the attributes of the soul, and the soul can never be distracted. Nainam chindanti shasrani nainam dati pavaka na chaklayodanti apon asositi maruta jatasya dhrum mrityu dhrum janma mrityasya cha tasmat apriyarayarthe natvam sochit marasi. All shlokas he has said is only about one who dies, who takes birth again. For the soul there is never death. Only what it changes is the garment, that is the body. The soul changes the body. At the time of death, we take up a new birth, and the new birth is a new body. But here the $1 million question is, which type of body? Human body, animal body, donkey body? Which favorite? Nice options we have got, so you can choose. 84 lakhs options hai. 80 lakhs options. 4 lakh to humans mein aate hain. 4 lakh human species आते हैं, बाकी rest is 80 lakhs options हैं. So it's free for you to choose. कौन सा गधा घोड़ा बंदर क्या बनना है आप लोग डिसाइड कर सकते हैं. So what he's saying is, why are you grieving for any of this body is going to be slain one day or the other. शरीर तो मरने वाला ही है. इसके पीछे इसके मरने पे या इसके छूटने पे तो क्यों वियोग कर रहा है. So now what is the bottom line of this entire Bhagavad Gita? What is the entire crux of the Bhagavad Gita? Why is Krishna speaking this Bhagavad Gita? Just because Arjuna has said, I am not going to fight. So now he is slowly preparing him to fight. That you have to fight this war. This is a very important war. You have to fight. अब इसको पहले तो बॉडी के बारे में बता दी कि भाई शरीर तो मरने वाला है, नश्वत है, नश्वर है, and all that blah 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 stuff. Yes, sir. Now he is going to come to the main point. Karma kar. But please remove this from your mind. कर्म कर फल की चिंता मत कर. ये जो गीता सार में लिखा गया है, प्लीज I am reading, I have been studying, I have been teaching, but I have never found in the entire Bhagavad Gita ये श्लोक कहीं भी देखा ही नहीं. There is nowhere it is mentioned. कर्म कर फल चिंता मत कर. ऐसा हुआ तो हर कोई व्यक्ति जो नौकरी कर रहा है 30 तारीख को जब बॉस के पास जाएगा पगार लेने के लिए, वो क्या बोलेगा? कर्म कर फल की चिंता मत कर. कोई पेमेंट लेने जाएगा बोलेगा कर्म कर फल की चिंता मत कर. So that's a wrong way of understanding this entire shastra. Please understand that it is very important that karma has to be done with knowledge, duty. That is what he is going to speak in the next verse. Swadharma api cha avekshya na vikampantu arhasi dharma adi yat yuddhashreyo anyatra kshatriya na vidyate. Very important, with lot of meaning. We'll be discussing at large this verse today. Let's read the translation. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation. What does this mean? आप अर्जुन को बोल रहे हैं, जानबूझ के कृष्ण बोल रहे हैं अर्जुन को कि भाई अब तू हिचकिचा मत, युद्ध लड़ने से हिचकिचा मत. क्यों? कर्म. You are considering your specific duty. यहाँ पे क्या दिया है? The Sanskrit word is given is स्वधर्मानपि. हर व्यक्ति का एक धर्म है. So this is a little what do you say, important matter which we are confused quite a lot with respect to this karma and dharma. अभी से धर्म क्यों कहा गया? एक क्षत्रिय का धर्म क्यों कहा गया? So let us understand this. Why is Lord specifically telling this? So what do you think? क्षत्रिय का धर्म क्या युद्ध लड़ना ही है? और अगर है तो क्यों बाकी लोगों को ये चीज वर्जित है, या बाकी लोग नहीं कर सकते हैं क्या? Yes.
For example, doctor can cut because he can cure the person by performing surgery on him. बाकी वालों को they have not done that. उनको वो knowledge नहीं है और वो कर नहीं सकते. Similarly, क्षत्रिय.
बट आज के तारीख में तो ये लॉ अप्लाई नहीं हो रहा है ना. ब्राह्मण आदमी पोल्ट्री खोलता है और शूद्र, हाँ आज का ब्राह्मण सो कॉल्ड, दैट इज अ स्वधर्म है ना, सबका एक स्वधर्म है. तो व्हाट इज दैट? व्हाट इज अ स्वधर्म? आई वुड लाइक टू नो अबाउट दैट.
Dharma is not by birth, no, but
Yes, very good. Swdharma is not by birth, then by what?
Karmas. Karmas you choose.
Dharma means what? What is the meaning of dharma?
you should follow, you should do the activities as per the scriptures. That is dharma.
No. What is dharma? हाँ, धारयति इति धर्मा. तो धारयति means what? What you take over. What you take over. For example, who was Valmiki?
Was a
Hunter. But under the guidance of a spiritual master, when he took up this dharma of becoming a devotee, then he wrote the Valmiki Ramayana was written, and then which is read even today by us. तो हम किसका रामायण पढ़ रहे हैं? वाल्मीकि का नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं, एक डाकू का पढ़ रहे हैं. एक डाकू ने लिखा है, टेक्निकली तो वो डाकू था, तो डाकू का लिखा हुआ. बस ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन इज पॉसिबल प्रोवाइडेड he takes a proper route. But this is a time wherein Swadharma was, since we are still in Dwapar Yuga, we are not in Kali Yuga right now. The discussion is happening in just the Kali Yuga is about to start. तो वहाँ पे ये बात हो रही है. So here it is clearly told that Swadharma for a Kshatriya is to fight. Now why is this given? In those days, if you see, go back to history, if suppose a Brahmana had a problem or a Vaishya had a problem, what would he do? Would he take the gun in his hand and shoot the person? Would he shoot? What would he do? He would go and meet the king. That is a Kshatriya. And then that Kshatriya would take action accordingly. Now first and foremost, Kshatriya killing something, is killing justified as per the Shastra, as per the Vedas? Then on what basis does Kshatriya kill? How does his killing become a dharma? If that is the case, if here the Vedas are saying killing is forbidden, it is sin, and that is what Arjuna also vouched in the starting of the Bhagavad Gita. First chapter he was saying, "Hare, मैं मारूंगा, मुझे पाप लगेगा, मैं मारूंगा तो मुझे पाप लगेगा." तो he is already vouching for it. So how do we understand this? Yes, गौरी, अगर क्षत्रिय जाके युद्ध लड़ता है या किसी का भी हत्या करता है तो उसको पाप क्यों नहीं लगेगा?
His intention, that is to protect someone.
जो 5 सीख बताया था आपने उसको
नहीं.
His job is to maintain the administration, proper administration in the society, so that everybody can.
That comes later. The answer is in the verse itself. The answer lies in the verse. Now read the verse. Third line. Dharmadhi yuddha cha shreyaho. नहीं, third line. Third line. Dharmayadhi yuddha shreyaho. Yuddha on religious principles. See, you have to understand. कहीं भी people generally say, अरे तुम तो इतना पंडित आदमी है, तुम लड़ने आया है. क्यों? कहाँ लिखा है पंडित लड़ना नहीं चाहता है या लड़ना नहीं चाहिए? अगर अधर्म है तो उसके खिलाफ आवाज उठानी चाहिए. And this is what is the first job. One may do it intellectually, one may do it physically. The physical job is given to the Kshatriyas. The intellectual job is given to the Brahmanas. The economical job is given to the Vaishyas because they have to fund the war. Who is going to fund the war? The Vaishyas have to fund the war. The Brahmanas have to give the technicalities of the war, or rather staying within the religious principles, how the war has to be fought. And how Mahabharata Yuddha turned from a Dharma Yuddha to Adharma Yuddha after the death of Bhishma Pitamaha. Till the day Bhishma Pitamaha was alive, the war was being fought on religious principles. Raat ko jaise shank baj gaya, war is over. There is no problem or no thing, war, no, there is no bitter thoughts between the company. This team people go to this camp, people could go to that camp, and that camp people could come to this camp. But it was after the death of Bhishma Pitamaha. That is why when Duryodhana was called by his mother to give him the power to make his body as Vrajra, that time only Krishna went. अरे तू कैसे जाएगा तेरे माँ के सामने बिना वस्त्र के कैसे जाओगे? So he did send him at that time. Till then he did not go. Then before that Yudhishthira went, and what did he say? Please take back your Ashirwad. Because that time coming and going was free. Because they followed against some principles. Some norms were being maintained during the war. But then that norms were not maintained after the war. So again we come back to the same golden question. When killing is forbidden as per the same Shastra, how come this on the name of Dharma? How can someone kill? Especially, let's say, Ramchandraji was also taking his bow and arrow and with Lakshman following him. Both used to go to the forest. दोनों युद्ध अपना क्या बोलते हैं वो hunting के लिए जाते थे, अखेड़ के लिए जाते थे. तो what does this mean? रामचंद्र जी कौन थे? भगवान निकले हंटिंग करने, मुनियों की रक्षा करने के. वेरी गुड. सो ये धर्म हुआ, एक राजा का धर्म है प्रजा का रक्षा करना. कई बार अहिंसक प्राणी भी हिंसक हो जाते हैं. A non-ferocious animal become ferocious. How is it? For example, an elephant goes mad. It can kill, it can uproot a whole village in 10 minutes. उस टाइम तो आरसीसी का बिल्डिंग तो हुआ नहीं करता था. So the village could be just wiped out in a few minutes by a mad elephant. So such cases, they used to shoot the animal or hunt the animal down. Similarly, they used to hunt the lions and tigers. But they used to kill deers. Kings used to hunt deers. How is that justified? उसमें क्या धर्म है? वो तो पिक्चरों में लगता है. वो तो पिक्चरों में लगता है. अरे लगाना तो शेर का लगाने का ना. हिरन का क्या लगा रहे हो? यस. प्रैक्टिस. अच्छा, द मूविंग टारगेट्स, शूटिंग ए मूविंग टारगेट. हाँ, क्या? वेरी नाइस, वेरी गुड. हाँ 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 हाँ. But that is justified. It's like आजकल एलिफेंट को मारते हैं for the ivory, for the ivory. Is it justified? इसमें धर्म कैसा है? हाँ, but then something higher. There should be something higher in it. Yes, someone from this side. क्या ये टीम एकदम खाली है एकदम? वो टीम भी बहुत आंसर दे रही है. ये साइड टीम आंसर ही नहीं दे रही है. Relieved and relived. No. Yes. See, first and foremost, you have to understand the skin which used to be deer used to hunt used to be a kasturi deer, the musk deer, and it used to be in the navel of the deer. Now the problem with the deer is when it used to get ripened, this kasturi or musk, whatever you call it, it was to ripen. Then by the smell of it, it gets maddened, पागल हो जाता है, and then इधर उधर घूमने लगता है, कहाँ है ये स्मेल, कहाँ पे है. It is so intoxicating for the deer that it gets separated from its herd, from its group, and it starts staying hungry. Only the mind thought is this smell is intoxicating, from where is the smell coming? It starts staying hungry and finally it dies out of hunger. So those deers are hunted by the kings. Now here there are many reasons. The kasturi, the musk what is removed, that is used for havan, puja and all that. For offering it to the demigods and other things, that puja is used. Secondly, the skin is then, because a yogi cannot sit on the skin of a dead animal, a dead body. It becomes a dead body, right? If a dead deer's skin is not taken out, only a deer which is shot or killed, that skin is removed, and then yogis do tapasya on it, by virtue of which the deer also is benefited, because a part of its body is being used for some spiritual activity. And last but not the least, the gosh, the mutton, what do you call it, the flesh of it, that is given to the various pet carnivorous animals like the lion, tiger, which the kings keep, plus their dogs. They cannot eat grass, right? They will be eating on these things. So here three things are done. First, the spiritual part. Second, the what do you say, yogis के लिए skin हो गया. And last but not the least, the dogs and lions and tigers, they are also fed in this. So everything is scientifically drafted. Everything is scientifically drafted. Why, how it is done, everything is drafted. So one has to understand that here Ramchandra ji was also going out with Lakshman. So what was he doing? What was Ramchandra ji doing? Swadharma. And what was Lakshman doing?
Following his master.
Following his master. Okay, something more. We are close but not clear. Serving his master, not following his master. Serving his master. That is Vishesh Dharma, Vidharma, Swadharma, and this is Vidharma. So very special dharma ये है कि he has to serve the master, God, whatever you call it, elder brother, whatever you call it, or the king. You can live it at any way. Whereas That is why he used to always move around in the jungle with his bow ready, arrow fitted in his bow ready to shoot, ready to fire. But he never fired a single arrow. This is what the Guru Tattva teaches you. But you have to serve God. And who is Lakshman? Lakshman is none other than Sheshnag. And Sheshnag is Guru Tattva. The Guru Tattva always teaches us that we have to serve the Supreme Lord. So he was not interested in doing the Swadharma. He said, Ramchandra, you do the killing. Aap karo killing part. I will not do the killing. And always say, Sita Maya, that is Lakshmi Devi or Radharani, whoever you call it, is very, 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 very merciful. Now, why is this word very, very, very merciful? How can you see this? How can you understand it? During the Ramayana, when Khar and Dushan came with 14,000 Rakshasas, what did Ram do? He first told Lakshman, come, take Sita and keep her in that cave. And you stand guard in the cave. I will do the killing alone. Because if she comes, no, don't kill them. No, she will come and stop him from doing the killing also. But his main purpose is to kill. So many people, yesterday when he was talking about Avatar, I was remembering one point which I had read much before, which says, Avatar ka matlab kya hai? What is the meaning of Avatar? Utarna. But why should he come down? He can stay in his realm, spiritual realm. What is the need for him to come down? तो वहां बैठ के भी कर सकते हैं ना. अब जैसा महाभारत युद्ध में कृष्ण ने हथियार उठाए नहीं, एक दुश्मन को नहीं मारा, तो दिस प्रूव ना कृष्ण भगवान यहां होते हुए भी उनको हथियार उठाने की जरूरत नहीं है. ही कैन किल विदाउट इवन टचिंग द वेपन ऑल्सो. एक कोरोना वायरस भेज दिया, बस हो गया. इट्स इनफ. वन नॉन कॉन्स्पिक्यूअस, नॉन सीन, like a soul जैसा. Even coronavirus is somewhat similar to the soul. You can't see it, only the symptoms can be felt. So how do you understand that? What is the reason why a Lord comes down? Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, please.
So devotees can remember him.
Devotees can remember him. Yes, that's a part of it. Acharya say that अगर राम लीला और कृष्ण लीला नहीं होती तो हम लोग के पास स्टडी मटेरियल नहीं रहता ना. मैं क्या क्लास लेता था? What would I be teaching you all? कुछ स्टडी मटेरियल चाहिए, that is okay, but something more important than that.
Set example for human beings. What is karma and what is भगवान स्वयं कर्म की थियरी रखी है उन्होंने, तो वो स्वयं भी कर्म करते हैं. ये he sets that example कि कर्म करना चाहिए human beings.
कर्म करना चाहिए. But okay, he sets up examples like various things, like even he took a guru, even he went for education in the school, though he was God himself, agreed. But then it's not necessary for him to come. I mean, anyhow the system was going on, so there was no need for him to start. He didn't start a new system. As it is, guru shishya parampara तो पहले से ही चली आ रही है, उसने कुछ start तो नहीं किया ना. He has not started it. So, what's the better reason? Liberate souls. वो भी वहां से कर सकते हैं. एक मिनट. Let's discuss one by one. तब तक आप सोचिए हमसे. One by one. I mean, one thing you have to understand. If someone has to be liberated, wants to be liberated, or gets liberated, all thing happens by your own practice. Like if you have to follow the rules, regulations, do's, don'ts, everything you follow, and you do your sadhana also, automatically liberation is on the pipeline. It's like you write this exam, you pass this exam, and you become an IITian. Simple. It's like that. It is like that. So how do you understand that?
भगवान आते हैं पहले devotees के लिए, और फिर वो राक्षस या जो हैं अधर्मी को नाश करेंगे.
यस माता जी, कहाँ से है? नहीं, you talk to her. Yeah. Yes, Mataji. What did you say? Okay, I'll come back to you.
भगवान को भी इनको भी श्राप मिला रहता है। जब इन्हें कुछ ऐसा किया होता है तो किसी मुनि ने या बड़े ने कि तुम्हारे साथ ये होगा। जैसे रामचंद्र जी को भी किसी ने बोला था कि आपको उसकी पत्नी मर गई,
दूर रहेंगे, आपको पत्नी वियोग में रहना पड़ेगा,
तो तुमको जाना पड़ेगा पृथ्वी पर, वैसे ही दुख भोगना पड़ेगा। तो इन दोनों
भगवान क्या श्राप के अंदर आएंगे? फिर क्या फायदा? मतलब एक मेडिसिन का ही एक्सपायरी अगर मेडिसिन ही मर जाए तो वो क्या मेडिसिन है? वो दवाई क्या दवाई है जो खुद अपने आप को नहीं बचा सके, दूसरे को तो क्या बचाएगा वो दवाई?
मानव रूप में तो उनके ऊपर श्राप जाएगा।
मैं मानव रूप में आने की जरूरत क्या? व्हाट इज द नीड? आए नहीं। Yes, no, Parakya Bhava is not a rasa. That is different altogether. That you can't come and bring it in this. But yes, there are certain guna or rasa. Rasa Bhava is different. Here you can also serve your Laddu Gopal in the same Vatsalya Bhava. As if you are Yashoda Maya and you are serving Krishna. One may serve God, Radha Krishna, and may serve Krishna as if he is a Gwalbal, Sakha. You go to Vrindavan, you will find many Sakhis. They are men, but they behave like as if they are Sakhis to Radharani. So that is also a part of a bhava. So we are no one to question that bhava or say anything about that bhava. But something more important is there are certain things which cannot be done by Lord in the spiritual world. Like, simple. Suppose he wants to show mercy. Suppose he wants to show mercy. How will he show? If he wants to show indebtedness, कृतज्ञता, वो कैसे दिखाएंगे? If he wants to reciprocate with some other bhava, those bhava are, he cannot do it. For example, how will he do, क्षमा, फॉरगिवनेस? वैकुंठ में कौन गलत काम करने वाला? अगर करोगे तो वहां रहोगे नहीं, तो क्षमा क्वालिटी उनका वेस्ट, क्षमा क्वालिटी वेस्ट. जैसे कोई अगर इट्स लाइक गॉड है, तो भगवान है, इट्स लाइक he's got a jacket, let's say he's got a nice furry jacket. No, he has to, for the sake of the jacket, one may go to some cold place because he's the boss, he's the owner of the whole world. So just because he has got that jacket, chalo aaj bahut garmi ho rahi hai, chalo this jacket is lying idle, I have not used it, come on, let me wear this jacket and go to some Himalayan regions or some cold place. So it's like that. The important point is these are all kritagyata. For example, he is pressing the feet of Sudama. Lord pressing the feet of Sudama. What is the need? भगवान किसी का चरण क्यों दबाए? This is indebtedness. His love, his interaction, वहाँ पे नहीं होगा. In the spiritual world, in Vaikuntha and all, no possible. वहाँ लेटे हैं. In fact, Krishna book, that nice story comes after Varun Dev. He is taken away by the servants of Varun Dev. Nand Baba is taken to Varun Loka as a punishment because he went very early in the morning to take bath. नहाने गए तो उनको लेके गए, तो कृष्ण गए नीचे छुड़ाने के लिए, और वहाँ देखा क्या हो, नंद बाबा इज कंफ्यूज्ड. वरुण देव उनका पैर पड़ रहे हैं, कृष्ण के पैर पड़ रहे हैं. अरे मेरा गलती हो गया, मेरा आदमी का गलती हो गया, गलती से लेके आ गया. अरे कुछ गिफ्ट्स लेके जाओ, प्रेजेंट्स लेके जाओ, तो ये सब जाके ऊपर बोला. तो उसके सारे ग्वाल वाल ने पकड़ा, हमको भी लेके चलो, हमको भी वैकुंठ दिखाओ, तुम वैकुंठपति है ना, वैकुंठ दिखाओ. अच्छा ठीक है, चलो वैकुंठ लेके जाता हूँ. टू मच ऑफ पेस्टर्ड, फाइनली कृष्णा सेड ओके आई विल टेक यू टू वैकुंठ. वैकुंठ लेके गए, और वहाँ पे एवरी डोर स्टेप में एक जय विजय खड़ा है. ठीक से खड़ा रहो, प्रॉपर रूल्स में रहो, प्रॉपर ड्रेस पहन गो, प्रॉपर ये इसमें रहो. नो फ्रीडम. वहाँ पे कोई जाके भगवान को टच भी नहीं कर सकता है. दूर में नारायण लेटे हैं, लक्ष्मी जी पैर दबा रहे हैं, नारायण लेटे हुए हैं. तो ये कैसा है? It's too much of rules and regulations. In Braj, what we do? Hey, चल घोड़ा बन. कृष्ण को घोड़ा बनाते हैं, कृष्ण में बैठ पे घूमते हैं. When Yashoda and Rohini Mataji is calling, come Krishna, come to have food. What does he say? What does they say? Immediately Krishna goes. What do the friends say? तू जाएगा तुझे वापस नहीं लेंगे. ये खेल में वापस नहीं लेंगे. Can you and I imagine to speak such a thing when we come to know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? That is the bhav. So here he is captured by the devotees. It's a different feeling altogether. These things cannot be experienced in Vaikuntha. He said, नहीं छोड़, तेरा वैकुंठ बेकार है, चल वृंदावन जाते हैं. भगवान को पहले ही बोला था मैं, वृंदावन ही अच्छे, चल. They all came back to Vrindavan. हाँ, they started. They can't go and touch Vishnu. और यहाँ पे क्या करते हैं? कृष्ण को पकड़ के डेकोरेट कर रहे हैं. They put all dots. No, you see, go to Vrindavan, any deities you see, there are so many beautiful dots, decorations done, and the best part is when Yashoda Maiya is to dress Krishna and send him to the forest, well dressed. Forest में गया नहीं, क्या है? हटा सब निकाल देने का. So they will remove all the jewelry what Yashoda Maiya has put, and then they would decorate him their own way. Give him their jhota chhas. So these are the things. That is why he says, Lord says, I am indebted to them.